Hello, everyone, and well, not welcome to my daily analysis because it's not a daily analysis. It's just a special topic. We need, for those who don't understand what's the difference between a cold wallet, a hot wallet, and how Binance it seems works, and how the infrastructure um, on Binance looks like. Um, yeah, I thought it's maybe a better idea to make a quick video and to show you and to explain a little bit more in deep what's happening behind the curtains. First of all, I mean, we know a few weeks ago Binance announced that they purchased 40,000 bitcoins at, I don't know, 25K. That was the current price level then. Whatever. Everything started today in the morning with a tweet of one of my favorite analysts. Um, he just mentioned that the net flow were indicating that it was very negative. So usually, if you have more outflows than inflows, that means that someone is buying big. Usually that happens. So someone is absorbing. Of course, we don't know if someone is directly buying or if exchanges, for example, are reducing their reserves, sending to other reserves, or even sending to cold wallets that it's not tracked by any um, app like CryptoQuant, CoinGlass, or whatever. So IT Tech, that's my Polish friend and analyst on Twitter. He just tweeted this very useful, in my opinion, very useful net flow indicating, hey, something is flipping. The negative net flow is even bigger than last year in summer. And I just did a comment saying, well, I mean, we don't know who is or what's, you know, why they are reducing or why the net flow is such negative. If someone is buying or someone is, for example, just sending to exchanges, or maybe the exchanges itself is buying Bitcoin actively and then sending to any kind of cold wallets, as mentioned, not labeled yet and not tracked by any app. And so I was just looking for the last 40K announcement, 40K purchase by Binance announcement on Twitter, and then I have found this article indicating by Michael Abbott's last update, June 25th. So it's just a few days ago, indicating that last weekend when we had this big nuke, Binance bought the dip 100,000 bitcoins at a level of 90K. I mean, why not? Could be possible. We need to always remember that, I mean, at the moment, the current market conditions are not really attractive. And so, if exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, FTX are missing their clients, they could have an interest to maintain the price level, absorb as much as they can, and not let nuke the market even more. Also, just because many of them depends on external liquidity sources like banks or venture capital, whatever, and they need some securities for that. So, for example, commercial papers or their own portfolio. When the own portfolio is reducing in value, of course, the security is getting smaller, it's declining, and that could also bring some liquidity problems then in the future. So it's a combination of different factors we need to have in mind. However, if we take a look to this article, CSAT did a comment just afterwards, and he said that's, if we go directly to the tweet, he said that another wrong article: when Binance Cold Wallet increases, it means more users deposited to Binance. This journalist doesn't seem to understand the concept of cold wallets for exchanges. Well, first of all, he said, I would say not every exchange is working like yours. Um, but yes, we have cold wallets and we have hot wallets. Hot wallets are linked to buy and sell operations. So cold wallets are, it's just to make it clear, you have money in your bank, money that you don't need to pay your bills. You put your money just to get some interest. In that case, it's not, you are not getting any interest, but it's more secure, it's more safe for your tokens. You put this one to the cold wallets. In the classic financial sector, we would say you put all this to your safe account. That's exactly almost the same. At the same time, if you want to pay your bills, you have a hot wallet. You have your bank account where you receive your salary, for example. You pay your bills with that, and you know, and the same is the hot wallet. So you use the hot wallet, for example, just to buy or to sell your tokens. So if you are going to sell, what are you doing? Usually you use your personal wallet, you send to Binance. When these bitcoins arrive to Binance, it seems, and that's what CSAT is explaining here, it arrives on a Binance cold wallet. Something I doubt, to be honest. I don't think that every Bitcoin is arriving to a cold wallet, but I can imagine that bigger amounts and bigger volumes arrive to a cold wallet, because I didn't find any cold wallet related to Binance yet that has a huge activity. So, but maybe CSAT is watching this video, and I would like to have a comment and a statement. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we don't see any cold wallets by Binance. We didn't track all of them. That's also possible. But they labeled almost 30 or 40 cold wallets. I have checked all of them, and just maybe 20% of them had some activity in 2022. Every else were, yeah, they had some activity in 2019, even 2018, and since then, with a balance of 0 Bitcoin, doesn't do anything more. So the question is, if he is true with his statement, if he is right, if he is saying, look, when people are depositing their bitcoins to Binance, they are arriving to a cold wallet. From them, as soon as you want to sell them, you transfer usually that to a hot wallet. If that's the case, that means that those 100,000 bitcoins, now we go one step further, as you see here, you can see, and that's a very interesting and nice view. You see the balance of this cold wallet. Right now we have 100,000 bitcoins just because on June 18th, 100,000 bitcoins arrived on Binance. That's CSET's comment and statement. It's not mine. Okay, so someone deposit 100,000 bitcoins on Binance. Just close before, the balance of this cold wallet was 0. Why? Because they were accumulating, as you see, they were accumulating bitcoins until end of February, and then, or even much more. If you see here, that was in May, mid-May, so they declined, then it rises again. If you compare that activity to the price action, just check the chart, it will open your eyes because you will see a correlation with that. So if he is right, that means that someone just deposited 100,000 bitcoins June 18th and they didn't distribute them yet. Sorry, but I don't have any other interpretation to say we are fucked. Uh, I mean, I was bearish and I was flipping a little bit, because I mean, wow, we are talking about we are trading at 19K, but if someone deposited just few weeks ago, it's almost 2 weeks ago, 100,000 bitcoins and they are still there, and Binance didn't buy those or bought those and just shifted those to their cold wallet, that would be, well, not that bullish, but at least not that bearish, because they're out of the critical zone of they could dump with that. But right now, with his statement, that means we have 100,000 bitcoins on cold wallet after a deposit, waiting for what? And if we take a look, because I checked some other cold wallets, and if we check what happened to these cold wallets, for example, we received end of May, 2 weeks later, they took it out. That was June 14th. Check your chart. You will see what happened June 14th. We can do the same here. We received, beginning of June, almost 12,000 Bitcoin, and they have started to take them out and to sell. If you check, for example, the 14th and the 16th, and even, for example, the time, compare that to the price action, it will open your eyes. They sold. Next one, exactly the same. Take a look to 16th. What happened? They sent few days before they took these bitcoins off, and it had an impact to the price action. Coincidence? I don't think so. So what does that mean? Well, if that's the rule, that means, as mentioned just before, we have a problem. I mean, 100,000 bitcoins, if they want to nuke the market with 100,000 bitcoins, that's going to be huge, because that will be maybe such kind of spring, such kind of bring the price to a level where then finally the big guys starts to accumulate. But also means the bottom is not in. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it opens your eyes a little bit. I'm just interpreting what CSAT mentioned here in his tweet related to this article, where this guy here, Michael, was expecting that Binance bought this 100,000 bitcoins. Instead, CSAT disagreed with that statement and made clear that those 100,000 bitcoins were deposited on Binance cold wallet, so on Binance, 2 weeks ago. To be honest, it matches very well to the wealth ratio because it's rising. We are almost the same level like last year before we had the spring, before FTX started to buy 55,000 bitcoins. So maybe we are very close to see the last big bearish move before we reach our accumulation level. We will maintain that level. They will start to make and to form even more fake rallies. and they will start to accumulate. In such case, we will track them. Also, to be honest, the I close that now here. Those 100,000 bitcoins also matches very well to the activity related to our market maker entities. If you see, I mean, um, 90,000 here, another 40,000 here, then June 18th, almost 67,000 in fund flow, indicating activity related to Bitcoin and those entities. Of course, we have different entities, and all of them have also an impact. As you see here, we had, for example, also at the same day, we had, we can check that, we had, for example, at entities with 100 bitcoins and 1,000 bitcoins, a fund flow of 30,000 bitcoins, and those with 10 to 100 bitcoins, 27,000 bitcoins. Also, to make clear that Binance uses different wallets for different businesses. So we have spot and we have derivative. We are just here tracking the spot, not the derivatives. So I think they are not using, maybe they are using that, I don't know, the same cold wallets for deposits, but I don't think so because I know from other exchanges they are really separating both business and also the cold wallets. So we will keep tracking all this, but hell, I wasn't expecting that. His statement makes everything really, really bearish at the moment. And once again, the market is surprising me. We will see. It doesn't mean they are going to nuke tomorrow. That's a preparation, and that's what the Wales ratio is indicating since weeks now. So we will see what's going to happen. We have now a long weekend because Monday is Independence Day in the US, so Wall Street will be closed. The last weekend was very, very, very bearish. Well, it wasn't last, but 2 weeks ago. That was 18th, 19th. I need to check, but I think it was. Yeah. And that was also a long weekend, if I'm not wrong. So we need to be very careful. Never trade the price action, trade the market, the trends. So it doesn't matter. Only just because we have 100,000 bitcoins waiting there doesn't mean they are going to sell maybe this weekend. It's a preparation. We don't know yet when they are going to sell, but we need to be ready. Okay? So big love. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I could show you a little bit how the whole thing works and to make clear what the statement of the set means related to this article and also to the inflow of 100,000 bitcoins to a cold wallet at Binance. Bye.